Hi, my name is Amanda Rocha. I'm an estate planning and probate attorney in California, and today I'm going to tell you what is a trust. Before I get into that, my contact information is through my website, www.amandarocalaw.com. You can schedule an appointment to speak with me directly, or you can find me on social media at Amanda Rocha Law, or you can comment down below if this platform allows you to do that. Today, I want to talk to you about what is a trust because that is a very large part of an estate plan for most people. And not everyone has a trust, nor does everyone need a trust, but it's a fundamental thing that you should understand if you are interested in estate planning. First, there are some definitions I need to give you. A trust, by definition, is a legal arrangement that is set up between a grantor, sometimes known as a settlor, and a trustee to hold property on behalf of beneficiaries. So let's break that down a little bit. A grantor, or sometimes known as a settlor, is the person who is creating the trust, the person who currently owns the property. So if you are creating a trust, you're going to be the settlor or the grantor. If you're married and you're creating a joint trust, you will be the grantors or settlors. So what you'll be doing is making an arrangement, a legal arrangement, with the trustee of your trust. Now, if you have a revocable living trust, you are going to be the initial trustee. So you're kind of making an agreement between yourself and yourself to begin with. And then you will have what are known as successor trustees, who are people who step in when you're no longer able to be a trustee, either because of your capacity or if you've passed away. So what is a trustee? A trustee is the person in charge of making sure the terms of your trust are followed through, and they're the ones who actually take care of the property and pass it on to the beneficiaries. What's a beneficiary? A beneficiary is the person, or it could be multiple people, who is in line to receive any kind of property, whether it's real property, such as land or a home, or personal property. This beneficiary can change throughout your lifetime if you have a revocable trust. So, for example, you can be the initial beneficiary of your own trust, and if you have rental property and that's in the trust and there's income generated from it, you can be a beneficiary during your lifetime of that income through the trust, and then beneficiaries after you pass away. And those beneficiaries could change if something were to happen to them as well. So that's why we have what are known as contingent beneficiaries, which are beneficiaries who would receive if the first, second, or third weren't able to do so. So that's a lot of definitions, but in basic terms, you have a trust so that it can own property for you and you don't own it yourself. So if it's real property, real estate, and you buy a house, it's in your name, and then you create a trust, you would transfer the property to be owned by the trust. That way, when you pass away, you don't personally own the threshold limit for requiring your estate to go through probate. So when you pass away, your estate has to be worth more than $166,250 to go into probate. Otherwise, it's a small estate and there's other ways that can be given out. There are a lot of things to know about probate. This isn't the video I'm going to go into over it, but the reason that we create trusts is to safeguard property for certain beneficiaries and so that it doesn't have to go through any kind of probate, so that it can be given to the beneficiaries as soon as you'd like it to be, or held for the beneficiaries as long as you'd like it to be, as long as you do it legally. There are many different ways to function or to structure your trust and different reasons to have a trust, but to create a trust, most people will create something known as a deed of trust, but you can also have something called a testamentary trust, which is a trust created out of a will, and it isn't created until after you've passed away. There are reasons not to do that, but there are reasons that other people might want to. Talk to an estate planning attorney. Definitely, this is something that you should know a lot more about before making a determination. And the types of trusts vary. So you can have, like I mentioned earlier, a revocable trust. You can have an irrevocable trust, a special needs trust, a charitable trust, life insurance trust. They're all different kinds of trusts that serve different purposes, but they all are basically fundamentally the same thing, a legal agreement between the grantor and the trustee to hold property on behalf of beneficiaries. If you want to talk about trusts or whether they might be the right option for you, please feel free to reach out to me. You can find me, like I mentioned before, on my website, www.amandarochala.com. You can comment down below if this platform allows you to do that, or you can find me on my social media accounts at Amanda Rocha Law. Thank you.